According to the Annie E. Casey Foundation, there are approximately 390,000 foster youth nationwide. California's foster care is the highest in the nation, with over 46,000 children. California's foster care youth require temporary out-of-home care because of parental neglect, abuse, or exploitation. Madera County support families in crisis, keep children safely with their parents when possible, provide temporary out-of-home care for children when needed, and ultimately ensure that children have safe, permanent homes with their families, relatives, adoptive parents, or legal guardians. The purpose of foster care is to ensure that kids are living in stable, lifelong families. Foster care is meant to be a temporary solution that ends once a parent can get their life back on track, or a relative, guardian, or adoptive family agrees to raise the child involved. Resource parents, commonly referred to as foster parents, provide a supportive and stable family for children who cannot remain in the care of their parents' safety. In most cases, resource parents work with the Department of Social Services to provide safe and stable housing with the goal to reunite the child with birth parents when it is safe to do so. Resource parents often provide care to many different children. Madera County is committed to keeping children in our community with siblings whenever possible to maintain the connection with schools, neighborhoods, families, and friends. The goal of Child Welfare Services in Madera County is to return children to their families when it is safe and the risk is addressed that resulted in their removal. Resource parents who are committed to working on these reunification efforts are critical to that effort. However, in circumstances when children and youth cannot be returned home safely, then we need committed resource parents and resource families to work with us on developing or being willing to create a permanent plan for them in the future. The desire for all of us is to have healthy children and healthy families. We all want the children and youth in our community to be successful, to graduate from high school, go on to college, and/or vocational school to assist them in being fully self-reliant citizens and contributing to a strong community. Currently, the demand for resource parents is far higher than the number that are available that match the needs of the children in care. There are over 250 youths in foster care in Madera County. We are looking for resource parents who can come alongside those children and help them in that successful endeavor. As a resource parent, you would provide essential physical and emotional care for a child or sibling group who have experienced trauma. Whether for a day or for years, you are opening your home and your heart to one or more child or teen in need. You would also advocate for whoever is in your care. This would include connecting with the foster child's social worker, their pediatrician, their court-appointed special advocate worker, and their teacher. And because the ultimate goal of foster care is the reunification of the foster child with their birth family, we encourage our foster parents to build a relationship with the birth family. Your love and support for the birth family and that relationship can change everything for the family and the child. If we lived in an ideal world, every kid would grow up with a stable, loving family in a nurturing environment. Unfortunately, this is not the case. Sometimes their parents cannot meet their needs. As a result, most of these youths depend on the community to support them and make a difference in their lives. Becoming a resource parent comes with many rewards. First, one of the most rewarding benefits of becoming a resource parent is the difference you make in the child's life. Foster children have a very traumatic and challenging experience early in their lives. Giving them the care and attention they require could be everything to them. Opening your home to these children and offering them a stable and safe environment would have a positive impact on their lives. Although it is a temporary arrangement, you will build a meaningful, lifelong relationship while fostering a child. In the years to come, you can watch them grow and succeed, basking in the knowledge that you helped make that possible. Second, supporting foster youth is a life-changing experience not only for the youth, but also for you and your family. One of the primary reasons to become a resource parent is the experience of mingling with these youths. Supporting and housing a youth who needs guidance and a parent figure in their lives will give your whole family an opportunity to do something that is emotionally fulfilling. This allows your family to bond as you help the child adjust and settle into your home, and with the knowledge of the long-term healing your compassionate care will have throughout their lives. Third, you will make a difference in Madera County. It has been said that children are the future of our community. This is very true, as today's children will be tomorrow's leaders, engineers, teachers, and doctors. Making positive contribution to their lives will create a ripple effect throughout the entire community. Fourth, parenting is fun. The excitement and energy of children are often contagious. As an adult, parenting a child is not only a learning experience, it's also a time to have some fun and enjoy spending your days outdoors, taking your child to the park, or reading to them. The smiles, laughter, and giggles the foster children will fill your home with will always be rewarding and fun. You will also create a more open relationship with those facing significant trauma and help them become more comfortable talking to you and sharing their thoughts and feelings, which builds their resiliency. Fifth, it helps the children's birth parents to heal. Every parent who is involved with child welfare services is faced with a combination of problems in their lives. Some are facing drug issues, mental health issues, trauma as a result of their own childhood, etc. Since reunification is the ultimate initial goal for children coming into care, the birth parents require sympathy, understanding, compassion, and kindness. By supporting foster youth and showering their parents with kindness and sympathy, you will be assisting our community as a whole. Before placing a foster child in your home, federal and state law requires that you become an approved resource parent. The Resource Family Approval Program, known as the RFA for short, is a statewide foster caregiver approval process for all caregivers related and non-related. Becoming a resource parent takes time and it takes determination. The requirements are intended to ensure that resource parents are equipped to meet the challenges of caring for children in the foster care system. The first step for any adult interested in opening their home to foster youth is to attend a Resource Family Approval Orientation. The orientation takes 2 hours. The orientations are held at Madera County Department of Social Services office. At the orientation, you will learn about the Resource Family Approval process, ask any important questions, and decide whether you are ready to become a resource family. Then, after attending the orientation, the second step is to complete an application form. The application will typically take 90 days to process. As a result, the department asks that you wait until you know that you can start the process. That way, you can go through the 90-day process without any delays. There are 2 types of applications. The emergency application, known as an emergency placement. This typically happens when children are removed from their homes and need immediate placement with a relative or a non-related extended family member. A non-related extended family member is a person not related to the youth, but has been identified as a support person for the child and is willing to step forward and provide care for the youth. With this, the children are placed prior to an application being received. When this happens, those applications are prioritized for processing and for the assigned social worker to visit the home, since the children are already there. The other application is called the community application. These are for applicants interested in opening up their home to community children. These types of applications are typically submitted after an applicant attends the 2-hour orientation. The third step is a thorough background check for all adults and frequent visitors to the home that are 18 years or older. The fourth step is to complete a pre-approval training. This is a 12-hour training session and includes a first aid and CPR certification. The fifth and final step is a home health and safety assessment, which is completed by a Resource Family Approval social worker. The RFA social worker is not the same social worker as those associated with the youth. The RFA social worker's role is specifically to assess and certify homes. Whether you are the relative of a child in need, a prospective resource parent, or hoping to adopt, the Madera County Department of Social Services welcomes families of all sizes, ages, racial backgrounds, ethnicities, sexual orientations, gender identities, domestic partnership status, medical status, disability status, national origins, and beliefs to become resource families. All children need and deserve a safe, loving, and nurturing home where they can thrive and mature. Resource parents provide this by opening their hearts and their homes to children in need. For more information, you can call the Resource Family Approval Unit at 559-675-5815 or send an email to dss-rfaunit@maderacounty.com.